Big Mecha. Everyone, it's time for a brand new episode of Big Mecha! But not huge. Today, I have my co-hosts. Well, co-hosts, and then we're still waiting. Jury's out on the third one. But
I
co-host,
honestly think he's
Wilhelm.
compensating for something with that name.
Alrighty then. Anyways, co-host, Wilhelm.
Good evening, everyone.
Subordinate, Paul.
Wow. Not even assistant to the co-host or something, or assistant to the show.
I am nobody's subordinate. I am co-pilot. I am
Co-pilot?
mischievous rogue.
You
are not.
You are not co-pilot. You're not even an AI.
You're Neum Num.
I'm freaking Chewbacca. I am your Chewie.
You know what? We should definitely get a show AI, and then we can name it Paul, and then Paul can be mad at it.
Assistant to the subordinate.
Oh gosh. Just name it Dwight, please. Just name it Dwight.
No, we'll name it something stupider. How about...
Shin.
That works.
No.
I get it, because it's Gundam related.
Yeah.
No.
Hey.
His name must die. His name must die
Paul.
and go...
He is basically assistant to the regional manager, Shin. A main character who is so well loved in his time that he was literally written out of his own finale.
That is freaking true.
I didn't even watch that entire thing, but the fact that you get to the last 2 or 3 episodes and they quite literally make him watch the show end, that kind of says everything about the writers right there.
What's funny is that I think they are doing a new Seed show. And
is it like a side story?
I don't know if it's before, like, the bridge between Seed and Seed Destiny, or if it's the bridge between Seed Destiny and the new movie that came out.
I would assume the new movie, because...
Or if it's going to be like this, where it's an alternate universe.
Story. I mean, yeah, they could do that.
It's possible, because they have done that multiple times. I mean, just look at Original Gundam. Things were different then. Shalia Bull wasn't even in the Gundam movies. He was only in the show.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not to mention, considering that the Seed team was also, I believe, the Code Geass team. When they redid those movies, they changed a lot of things.
Oh, they did. Those are not the same. If you watch the show and the movies, they are not the same. Just like Gurren Lagann, but they changed less for Gurren Lagann until you get to the end of the first movie, and then it just kind of becomes its own thing.
So, it's weird. Alright, since we're going to go ahead and tangent off into that then. The Gurren Lagann movie, it's weird how the first movie is basically just like a really condensed version of the first arc.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean super condensed, because it skips a lot.
Right. But that's
then
essentially
fast-forwarding.
movie.
Yeah, but like some of it's just like basically all done in a montage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there are some parts that are.
Sidetrack. Because you guys referenced movies, the Overlord movie just posted. The one that actually continues the story just posted on Crunchy.
Cool. How is that mech related?
I said a tangent. It's a tangent because I need to.
How is that a mech adjacent? How is that mech adjacent?
Because literally one of the heroes.
Paul out of it.
No, literally one of the heroes is using a power suit that is pretty much exactly like a arm slave from Full Metal.
Alright, you got me there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of them is literally an arm slave. Looks exactly like an arm slave from Full Metal, except in red, and he calls himself the Red Comet. Or some
entire thing is just one big mech reference.
Yeah, it was... I'm like, oh shit. Yeah,
like being subtle.
I mean, if we're going to go that far for a mech reference, we might as well include Little Witch Academia, because that one entire episode that did the Gynax pose.
Such a great show. So disappointed they never went anywhere with it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you... Okay, now that we're on a completely different tangent, did you ever watch the Little Witch Academia OVAs?
I love
you
those!
You mean the original things the entire show was based on?
Yeah, you remember how very triggered they were compared to the actual show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the original were very, like, an advertisement for it, and it did well, and then they made the show, which was much slower, and more like, I don't know, people and relationships and stuff.
It was, honestly,
not quite like Darling in the Franxx, though.
Oh! I
mean, I like
honestly
that
feel
ending. So
uncomfortable with
I
watching
know how
Darling in the
most people
Frank.
feel about that show.
Oh,
I
I
feel
really like
very
Darling in the
uncomfortable.
Franxx, but I don't fault anyone who watches season one and then basically loses it when they get to season two because it's essentially a completely different show for like 7 episodes, and then it like lurches back into actually like paying attention to
I
its own world.
honestly felt
It's very weird to do the order they did.
Yeah. So, anyways, Darling in the Franks, everyone has their differing opinions on it. We're not going to get into that unless we decide to review it.
I do. No, that's.
I I
I mean,
feel like
we
we
can,
should
but
have a
that is a
precedent.
eclipse.
Like, I just feel like
There's
the
a
show is
strong
very
episodes.
You know what I could do just to fuck with people? We could do the beginning of Evangelion, which is, all original episodes plus end of Evangelion. Then
I'm gonna have to watch
Darling
that
in
with
the
you.
Franks, and then after Darling in the Franks, we watch all the other Evangelion clones, and then we come back to Ava Rebuild.
Does that include that one that only you own? The one you love.
Which one?
What was
Duo?
it called? Yeah, that Duel.
Yeah, yeah, I'd
Like
include
the
that.
only one.
I actually do plan on having us, do that anyway. But luckily,
Which I am
Will,
cool with because it sounds good, but man, that one's hard to find.
I mean, if you mean hard to, find, yes. But lucky for you, I still have my digital copies that I acquired a long time ago.
Yeah.
That you Long John Silvered.
Ahoy, mateys! Yes. But gentlemen, how are you now that we're finally into this?
It's been a while welcoming Paul back and all that, so.
I will say this. I did find a new fantasy mecha anime that made me literally be like, "What the fuck?"
What one?
Life is tough for a mob.
At
That
least it's not a long ass fucking title. Jeez.
no, it's a long.
I'm very confused. I don't think I've heard of that one.
It is literally a dude who was sucked into playing one of those stupid Otome games where the girl.
Oh, it's just, get all of the pretty girls or whatever?
No, get all the pretty guys.
Oh, okay.
Reverse harem.
Reverse harem.
Well, yeah, kinda.
And literally it was horribly made, but because it has an amazing score at the very end, his sister blackmailed him into playing the game. Dies, winds up going into that realm, and he has to live through it. And as it goes on, every single cliche gets brought up. And I really enjoyed how in one episode the game's protagonist asks him, "Why are there chests in dungeons?" Like, who fills these and leaves them there? And he's just like, "Oh,
What's this?
I've thought the same thing too.
It's
Especially
like,
when it's just like
so
you gotta be wondering why do we have to go all this way for something that obviously they worked very hard to get, but then stored it in a dungeon that would be even difficult for the person who probably put it there in the first place.
that's the same kind of logic where they're like, who keeps lighting all these torches?
oh yeah, oh yeah." Like,
Yeah, that's one of those questions where like you're not supposed to ask, just let it happen. Let it exist.
True.
and then I'm like, they have like these. I don't want to say horrible mech designs, but literally the mech sizing is not consistent. Like, literally, there are scenes where the mechs are standing in an arena, and 1 second it looks like there's maybe 20 feet in between them, but then they start moving around like they have 150 feet to move in. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it literally looked like they were almost on top of each other kissing. We have full
Mecha boy love.
like, we have full maneuverability.
Okay, no, if we're doing Mecha Boy Love, I got a show for you.
Oh God, no.
Oh, is it?
It's a really good show.
Brave Bang Braveford or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Watch that show. It's really good. It's fantastic.
I can't get that name right. It's so fucking difficult on purpose.
Technically, it's Brave Bang Bravern. The entire thing is half parody. Fantastic. Full recommendation. Everyone should watch it.
Oh, I
So
also
good.
have a question. I have a good question, and I want you both to weigh in on it.
Okay.
All right.
What would
I'm
you
not liking where this is going.
What would you
No, it's
classify?
fine. It's fine.
What would you classify the XGP? What would you classify the
Ooh,
XGP
is it
as?
you mean is it a robot or is it a spaceship? Like
Yes.
which that type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it
Where's
has
I
the
have
XGP
arms.
from?
Outlaw Star.
Oh yeah.
so
I can't weigh in on
the
this.
ship.
It's been a
You
while.
have.
you've
Oh,
never
okay.
watched it?
I watched it once a
Oh,
long
it's
time ago,
well,
so I
yeah, it's a
have
long
no
time. Okay.
recollection.
So this is a good question. I would say that given how it's controlled, at best it's about halfway, but realistically, it is a very, very versatile and agile spaceship. It's not really a mech because the only parts that bring it close to mech are the arms. Beyond that, it is just a really, really maneuverable spacecraft, and it is, at the end of the day, a ship. It cannot function too much beyond that. It is still a giant cylinder that has to hurl itself around during combat. Some of the other ones are a little bit more robot-y, but most of them maintain that like
Spaceship form.
30% at most mech, and then the other 70 is all ship.
Okay.
It's the bulk of the object is giant spaceship. That's personal opinion, and I think the show kind of comes down to that, but I would say those aren't really mechs. They're just fucking cool ass spaceships that are controlled really, really neat
Mm.
because you get really good control over them, but it's still just a ship. Like the way that they move, the way that they function, they're not, they've got at two arms or four or whatever number, but those are essentially just extremities. The rest of it is a giant ship.
I
What about
do
you?
plan on rewatching the show.
Oh,
Honestly,
fantastic. Yes.
I rewatched the first two episodes. Wait, no, not the first two episodes.
First couple for the first fight.
First three episodes, and noticed that there
Okay.
were mechs in there that literally look
Yes.
like a boiler with arms and legs.
Which is a traditional robot design, is essentially a cockpit with arms and legs that just kind of sit off of it. Very utilitarian. Um, a traditional mech show with that design would be, oh God, I've watched it and I actually like it. Damn it, the one with the red shoulder. Uh,
What are you talking about?
Votoms. There we go. Armored Trooper Votoms.
Mm.
Those are very, very utilitarian, functional, military. Pretty small too.
I was
Um,
about to
they're
start
like
watching
20
that.
feet tall.
I was a
Okay. So Votoms is really good. There is only one thing of it that is essentially lost media because it only came out on like Laserdisc,
Oh, it
and
didn't come with
fucking
the Blu-ray copies?
no, they don't have Armor Hunter Melolink. But Armor Hunter Melolink sounds fucking awesome. I've heard the descriptions of the show. It is badass as shit. It's literally a dude with a rifle fighting people in the robots from Votoms on a trip of vengeance to avenge his team. And he just fucking hunts them. It is amazing. The fights in it are apparently really, really stunning because of, I mean, it's a dude, just a guy. And yeah, no, I've heard it's really good, but no, it's not in there. That has yet to be released in any meaningful way in like 30 years.
Damn. Because I
I
got
know, it's
that
weird.
collector's edition that came out a while ago.
That collector's edition was very worth it. It has pretty much everything except Mellowlink because Mellowlink
It's
is just this one that doesn't ever get re-released.
it's sitting on my shelf unopened.
I do recommend watching it. I would start probably with the first one. I don't know how related they are because I've only really watched the first one. I haven't watched the others, but it is good. It's uh, very rumination on the damage of war and how awful people are to each other, which arguably is what the original Gundam spawned from anyway.
Hmm.
Very hard science fiction, not like super robots, and not necessarily made to make you feel good. Yeah,
Not to make
it
you
is very good
feel
though.
good. Sorry.
So yeah, where would you put them, Hall? Like, would you consider them more of a ship, or would you consider them more of a mech? Since you brought up the question, so I assume you've been thinking about it.
I have, and I've been on the fence about it because
Hmm.
its primary function is to transport people from one place to another. But when it gets
Yeah.
into attack mode, it has the arms that come out. And at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, where do you make the difference? Like, what's the difference between that and oh man, I just forgot the name from Robotech.
Veritech.
Veritech. Yeah.
Well, the Valkyries are Veritech, but Veritech is the class of machine that they are, because they are variable fighters. They literally transform in between.
No, but that's
you shut your mouth, sir.
But that's where my point is. Like, where is the difference? Like, is it because the XGP doesn't create legs when it transforms? Or is it just that it just has arms? Well, but at the same time, it's the primary.
If we're gonna do that, let's go back to Gundam. Gundam has the Zeong.
And
the Zeong technically is a mobile suit.
No,
it's a mobile suit with way too many jets.
No, it's classified as a mobile armor.
Oh, well, that's because of the physical size.
Yeah, it's still mecha regardless.
But, yeah.
Okay, but a better thing would be, what about the Elmeth, the very first mobile armor in the show? Is that a mobile suit? It's literally just a green shit that looks kind of like a bird. Somebody was probably a fan of G-Force.
With funnels.
I mean,
with funnels
is what evolved into the Big Zom eventually, but
yeah.
The Big Zom I would class more as a mobile. They call them mobile armor to indicate that they're quote unquote bulkier and like bigger, but they're still a mobile suit. The Big Zom is a giant flying saucer with legs.
Yeah.
The exact opposite of the Zeong, which is a flipped upside the top half. If you put them together, you get one unit, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I will say that I do love that they did build legs for it. He just didn't wear them because he was in space. The legs were purely for Earth.
Yeah, and legs were purely aesthetic. Legs in Gundam are only aesthetic when you're in space. That is literally it.
Oh, yeah, they don't do anything. They have jets on them, but realistically,
I was gonna say gun
legs
tank
hold you back.
And in space, they use gun cannons more.
Yeah,
because they're technically more
I think
maneuverable.
that personally, the gun cannon is a better combination than a gun tank. The gun tank is too bulky and slow, and the gun cannon gives you better armament than a Gundam. But it gives you the mobility of a Gundam rather than a gun tank. I will take 6 of those over a gun tank because the gun might be bigger, but I mean, that's what I have the capital ship for. Mm-hmm. You're telling me a Salamis class is better than one gun tank? No, fucking one battery on the Salamis is better than that, and that's not even their biggest ship.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gundams in space, G-Quacks.
Ooh.
Okay.
This episode this week was so surprising to me. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it was just a rehash. I've fucking seen it already. Okay. The best part to me was the very end when they're like, next week, new. And I was like,
wow. Like,
yes.
Wow, finally, something I haven't seen.
I need it.
And I've been glad I wasn't on last week's episode. You guys should be so happy I wasn't on last week's episode. Do you know how long I would have been ranting about how they cut the entire Char portion?
We went over that. We went over that.
Yeah, we did not like that either. We're not fans. We're hoping that they bring it back at some point, because if they don't, then it's like, why did you show it?
Missing a lot of that context. Yeah.
They showed him fight his sister. Don't even talk about that. They showed him still be Char, where he hates the Zeon family and the side he's fighting for. The version we got is basically Zeon propaganda, calling it out as I see it. It's basically propaganda, and makes it look like he died as a hero for the Zeonic cause. He didn't. He literally died trying to murder Cassilia.
Mm-hmm. He wanted Luna to crash. He wanted Luna to crash.
He tried real hard. He just got really unlucky. He's like, oh, I guess that's weird. And then just after muttering a few things, disappears into a ball of energy big enough to vape so much mass off of Luna 2 that it just kind of floats back into orbit. Because fun fact, that is how that works. If you just delete a chunk of mass of an object, it will change its trajectory.
All I know is that it was literally showrunners saying, "No, Char, you're doing wrong. Bad Char. Go away. Now you turned into new type energy. You were bad. You did not do what we wanted you to do. You're not supposed to kill Cassilia yet. You're supposed to shoot her in the face with an RPG."
I mean, okay, no, that is the
so
greatest.
Great to watch in the movie too.
That is the greatest headshot in anime history.
No,
I don't give a crap.
I showed you the greatest headshot.
Yes, you did, and it
That's
made us
because
all
you're
depressed.
No, Sean, you're a twisted bastard. The greatest headshot that brings joy to
True.
all is Cecilia getting just right in between her eyes with a bazooka
No, sorry.
in a moving target in space in zero G. I don't know how better to describe how good of a shot is Shar. He left into like the air essentially, is now not touching anything, fires at a moving object and directly hits her in the face. Yeah, damn right he's a new type. It's the only fucking way he's making that shot. Even Luke was like, "Whoa, dude, I hit a womp rat, but Jesus."
With his T16 back at home.
Yeah, only at home, never anywhere else.
God. No, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to
Oh,
say.
wait, hold on. We're kind of familiar with Anno doing weird stuff with old things. Would you guys watch a Hideaki Anno weird ass Star Wars reboot?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Okay,
let me preface it by saying this. Obviously, I love Ava, and I
feel like I just got that answer.
And here's the thing: I love Ava. I love all his other work that he's done, except for Shin Kamen Rider. So he's got a good track record for me.
Oh, mine is as purely a Star Wars fan, and Will knows my opinion.
Paul is the biggest, strongest Star Wars fan that I know. Like,
Wait,
I like
fan
Star
or
Wars.
Snob?
No,
No,
I
fan.
love.
No, he likes it, but he acknowledges that some of that shit is stupid.
I know some of that shit is stupid, and all I have to say, my only objection to that is there has been so many fucking different versions from George Lucas. I cannot stand to see another version from someone else's point of view. And the fact that now they are leaning, that Disney has pushed them into leaning so heavily into this alternate timeline, because we know they're coming out with a new I forgot what they're calling them now.
It's all right. We'll cut this in post.
I hate it. I hate the fact that
We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post.
They're coming out with a brand new series. They're coming out with brand new episodes instead of The Force Awakens and the post.
Oh, they're doing a 10, 11, 12?
They're doing a new trilogy to replace Force Awakens.
Oh, that's not that
and
okay.
all the other crap. I have no problem with it. My only issue is the fact that they're doing it and using the excuse that everything changed because Ahsoka lived. That's why now Luke knows more than he did before, and so that he doesn't try to kill Kylo.
So we're getting the Dave Filoni-verse. It's the Filoni-verse.
Before we go any further into Star Wars territory,
yeah. Let's not talk about that. Let's not go down that hole. I do not want to go.
That is my fault.
That.
It was my mistake. I brought up a sore subject. I did not mean to.
The one thing that I will say that Star Wars is mech adjacent, or technically it is filled with mechs, but it's considered mech adjacent because they don't really focus on them. Droids.
No.
Oh,
well, I mean, we could watch droids at some point for this.
I would watch that. I would watch droids. There's literally a droid-centric episode in Clone Wars that introduces the Republic Commandos and makes them canon that I love.
Yeah, that's a great episode. But I'm not watching the show Droids.
Oh yeah, no. Maybe the Lego Star Wars Droids episode. That was kind of funny. But I enjoy those kind of things where they're just literally satire.
So before we go on to the next topic, a couple things I want to say. We're not going to do the recap of this current G-Quux episode, since technically we already went over that in its entirety on the G-Quux special.
Essentially. We were trying not to, but yeah, this is again just reused. It's just the next 20 minutes of the movie. That's really all it was.
Yeah, so once episode 4 comes out is when we'll start doing the recaps. But anyways, guys.
Yeah, that'll be
recaps.
Wow, are you okay?
Wait, Sean, I need your opinion. When do you think they're going to be releasing a Beanie Haro?
Figure or
Haro?
like?
Yeah, Beanie Haro figure.
You mean like as a figure? I thought you meant like as an actual beanie. I'm like, fuck, I want that beanie right now.
Oh yeah, me too. I want that beanie
Oh yeah,
fucking
Haro
right
Beanie
now.
would be awesome.
I want
That'd be
that
sweet.
Haro beanie, and I am not. I
And they
wouldn't
could
be
do all the
surprised.
different colors because all
Yeah,
the different shows get their own color. Like the original show had the bright green. You'll have the one for the Dynamis. You'll have, I think, like some of the other main characters and side stories have had one. They could color them like that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Now you're
do you
thinking with portals.
do you think the reason
Yeah.
Amazon purchased the licensing rights so that they can make a Echo Dot that is literally the Haro beanie or a
No, they
Haro?
won't. That's not something that Amazon would think of.
Dude, they do every other freaking docking station or stand.
They don't cater to that specific niche.
No, I don't think they care.
Sorry, I don't
They're not
think.
even taking advantage of the fact that no one's printing the Blu-ray and bothering to print the Blu-ray, which would make them money.
Okay,
And they have the
okay.
sales figures
Yeah,
for.
we're not going
Okay.
down that road. We're
No,
not going
no,
down that
we,
road
we
because
are
it'll piss off
I
everybody.
read something earlier. I finally read a fucking
did.
report on Crunchyroll earlier.
Oh, really?
Oh,
What does
they
it say?
talked about it?
Yeah, apparently somebody on Forbes reached out to Crunchyroll multiple times.
I mean,
and
it
they
makes
finally,
sense.
yeah, and they finally go like, yeah, so we're noticing that there's a lot of stock that's missing and hard to get right now. But rest assured, we're doing everything we can in order to try and bring our old stock back. I don't know if that's a PR message, but they said that was like the most different one that they'd gotten previous than from ones prior. So there's a chance we might see Gundam Media come back, but currently right now they're only pointing to the ones that are currently available.
I swear.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
well that to me could be code for we're hashing it all out in the background and we will let you know when the dust has settled and if the answer is yes or no. Because
I'm
technically all the agreements were with right stuff, and yes, we are fused with right stuff, but that's not how agreements work. You don't just automatically take them over. Technically, there is like the chance to renegotiate and talk and blah blah blah.
and
So
two more things I want to bring up. So, how long has Right Stuff been around?
paperwork. Oh, I think 15 years when they went under. Well, went
Was
under, got bought.
was it 15 years?
I
Because
want to stay close to that, like early 2000s.
I was looking through some of my VHSs that I have. My aunt sent me when I was a kid, quite a while ago, old VHS tapes of the original Astro Boy,
Okay.
and on the box it actually says the Right Stuff Company spelled the same way.
Okay, so that's a good question. I would have to go look this up. Honestly, I don't know. I remember in the closing statement, I think they talked about at least like early 2000s, but they may have been specifically talking about their website
Mm.
and selling online. I don't know if they existed before that as one of the original importers of anime, where you had to basically mail order that stuff. No, I'm not joking. You had
Oh
to
no,
like mail
I
order it
knew it. Yeah,
specifically from them, and you had to tell them if you wanted more because they wouldn't even do more than whatever you just bought
like subscribing.
until enough demand happened. Then they would do like the next batch of 4 episodes and then the next batch. And because they literally couldn't afford it, it didn't work like it does now. You didn't buy the whole show. You bought like an episode or two, dubbed it, and then like if it did well, you went and you bought more episodes.
Yep, that's how
Ah,
Pokemon was.
yeah, it was
A lot of the
wild back in
Cartoon
the day.
Network stuff back in the day. All the DBZ until Funimation got hold of it.
Dude.
William Street was also part of it because maybe not William Street. Cartoon Network was part of it. Cartoon Network's the reason there's 2 seasons of Big O. Big O
Hmm.
technically ends at the end of season 1. It just was so popular they decided to front money to literally go make another season.
Right Stuff Anime was founded in July of 1987.
Oh my god!
And
It's almost it's
yeah,
just older than me. Holy shit.
and was acquired by Crunchyroll in
Oh, wait.
August of 2022.
Crunchy.
So it was them.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, yeah. The right stuff was old. God damn.
That's
That also
sad.
means that the people in charge of the company were probably the same ones and were probably like fucking 20 something kids started it and then ran the business for 30 to 40 years and they were like, well, we sell out now, cash out and enjoy the end because it's either that or they try to fight, Sony and Funimation and Crunchy and
And
just it
there's no
wasn't worth it
winning
because
left.
at that point they got bought after Funimation. So at that point you're staring down the barrel of Sony, who now own Crunchyroll and Funimation. You may be the biggest what you sell, but I don't know that I want to go through the hassle of that personally as a business owner. I don't know if I would
Mm-hmm.
want to fight that fight. So they just
Well,
kind of let it go because also there's the whole thing of physical media, retail stores, everything like that is changing and it can cost a lot to deal with, and Sony is fine fronting the cost. They don't give a shit. They own all of anime in Japan essentially anyway, between that and Sony Music and who knows how many animation studios. So
I
they're such a massive player in the game.
I do want to verify. I do want to correct my statement. It is according to Wikipedia that they were founded.
That's
July
probably true.
30,
That's a pretty benign
31st,
fact.
I mean, this
1987.
isn't high school, Paul. We'll take your word.
No, I'm saying that because I don't. I'm just making
He fears
sure
the comment section.
Yeah, like there's a
He
comment
fears
section.
the comment section. That's the
people,
wrong
like-
relationship with the comment section.
Yeah.
You need to look them in the eye and dare them.
Whatever. So the second thing I wanted to bring up,
Mhm.
I actually saw an ad for this on Facebook earlier.
Hmm?
Paul, you mentioned Tenchi Muyo earlier. Did you know that
did?
they're trying to do a comeback?
Yeah, I heard they're doing more Tenchi. There is another show happening.
Well, not just the show. They're
love
actually
Tenchi.
doing a Kickstarter project to get all the Tenchi manga re-released for us.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
Oh, I am.
Holy shit. Damn.
Dude,
Wow.
I
Okay.
am on it.
That's wild. I've
And
never
the-
even read the manga. How is it?
I don't know. All I have is the anime.
I only
but
ever
it was
watched the
interesting
anime.
because the voice actress who played Ryoko, she said that, hey, this is a really cool project that I want everyone to check out, and I looked into it. I'm like, holy shit! So,
Huh.
listeners, if you like Tenchi
Yeah.
Muyo, go check out this Kickstarter. Hopefully, this episode releases before it ends, but we'll see.
Before it ends.
And if it does, hey, shame on
Go
you.
check
You
it out
should've,
anyway. See if
You
it
should have
succeeded.
found it
You know,
before I told anybody. So.
let us know. Let us know if
Yeah.
it succeeded.
Oh,
Exactly.
Go in the comments and type if it lived.
eh. There's 22 days
Oh.
left. There's 22 days left of the of them too. There's 22
that-
days left
doesn't
on the
necessarily mean
Kickstarter to keep it to get the
I don't know.
Tenchi Muyo Omnibus, which is basically just a collection of all the mangas. But
Got it.
doesn't say
So at this
what
point,
it
by the
is.
time the episode does come out, yeah, you should have heard about it. Oh well, too bad.
Honestly, it.
Uh,
Oh wow! And the cheapest reward tier is $15 for a PDF.
$15, little man. All right.
put that shit in your hand.
In my hand.
In the palm of my hand, I have this power to defeat you. Anyways, So-
you just killed me right there, bro.
that was the point. Anyways, let's talk about Medabots this week. Medabots.
Oh, we're gonna take some meta shots.
Mm-hmm. I'll just take
All
a
right.
shot of whiskey. I'm
It sounds like somebody wants to talk about the first episode. So how about Will? You talk about this first episode that we got this week.
So
Space
the
Meta
first
Ballerina
episode of
X.
Medabots, the first episode of the show is really all about setting the tone. So we meet a
I
guy
said
named
of
Icky.
this week, you dipshit. Wow.
So, Space Meta Ballerina X, soon to be Sean's favorite show of the series, is only a little bit uncomfortable to watch
That was
for
bait.
design reasons. I mean, I get that they're supposed to be from Mexico. It's a little weird that they only
Oh
know
my
one word.
god. Okay, yeah. That was worse than what they did with G Gundam.
Yeah, I know. G Gundam's pretty bad, but I mean, at least Neo Holland was just a windmill.
I love
little
that suit.
insulting,
I
but,
love
you know.
that suit. There was nothing wrong with Neo Holland. How dare you say there's something wrong with it?
I mean, it's
But,
a little odd reducing an entire culture and history down to windmill, but robot.
How everyone else goes with, oh, you're talking about Holland? You're talking about the Netherlands? Oh, let's go to Amsterdam and get high.
Again, it's not as bad as the amigo, amigo, amigo.
Oh my god, that's
Amigo,
horrible.
amigo. That's
I'm
literally
not-
the only word they use. They are Pokemon. They're not humans
At
from this
one point,
world.
even Victor goes, I am a champion. I'm like, oh my god, if we find out if he's the fucking human version of that one awful robot.
I am a champion. Get down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so we've got the three amigos. We see what they did there.
Mhm.
And so those three guys who all look the same, which not going to touch it.
So do their Medabots.
Well, okay, so actually, this actually occurred to me. Having multiple of the same Medabot, especially three, makes sense because technically, in the heat of battle, only knocking out one of them or all of them matters. If you knock out the captain, you win. If you knock out the whole team, you win. So if they all look the same, in the heat of a fight, it's real easy to lose track of which one is actually the captain, because one of them is registered as captain for the sake of that's how this game works. But if you can't figure out which one that is, that's a genuine tactical advantage that actually works. So
Wait, is that the only
it
thing
sounds
happened
dumb,
at the beginning?
kind
of
of
the
like a
episode?
justification, but yeah, No, that's one of the things. What I got was, did you know that Samantha still lives in the house built by the Rubber Robos?
Dude, oh my god, I wrote that down. I'm like,
All I know is that house looks like a fucking Tengu,
it's
Yeah, I
supposed
think
to.
it's supposed to.
and I loved it. I love that.
I
It is.
I
it-
just
oh my-
That was from
I
one of
looked
the
at it,
weirder
I was like, oh
episodes
my
near
God.
the beginning, where the Rubber Robo Gang ended up just changing all the houses. And I'm honestly surprised that, well, no, actually, considering how this episode goes, I'm not that surprised how Samantha's mom hadn't changed anything back.
Yeah, so speaking of that, we're as they're running around, a criminal steps out to try and step to the three amigos, and that criminal, I'm pretty sure, is the same dude who was trying to shake down the one that fights Digmol, and we see the
Oh,
coach take him out or try to.
first off, you're forgetting the very important aspect to that dude.
Uh-huh.
It's a talking hedge.
Mhm.
Was that this episode?
Yeah, it was this episode.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Oh wait, no,
So-
no, it wasn't. Never mind. My bad. That's my memory failing me. Go on.
It was such a long time ago that you watched this episode. Anywho.
It was literally
The-
yesterday, but yes.
So the episode is he tries to step to him, they knock him out and he loses. But the episode essentially goes around with Samantha being told she's going to be the lead in a ballet because she does ballet dancing, and they're like, "You're good. You get to be the lead in our next production." And then the entire episode is her with Sloane being her coach slash trainer and pushing her to get better and schedule her stuff so that she can be Space Metafighter X and do the ballet thing at the exact same time. And then they completely forget that, oh, they are not just happening at the same time for training, the events are also completely synced up. So she has to then choose between doing her ballet recital or being Space Metafighter X and winning slash getting them disqualified out of the competition.
So, how disappointed were you that we didn't get to see any of the recital?
We did. We saw her entire part in the recital. They kind of made a joke about it.
Explain the joke.
So the joke was she gets in a line of people as the first in the line, goes across the stage, is off the stage, and that's it.
Yep, that was it. She was on
No,
That was
stage
the
for
joke.
less
realize
than
that
10
was the
seconds.
joke. I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
realize
well. That was
the
what
joke.
they went with, but I don't know if that's a
Shit.
dubism or if that was real. I don't know if they were making that joke or if it was actually in the writing. If that was the whole, oh, do you get it? It matters so much to her, but it's such a small actual part of the production.
I'm trying to remember if it was this episode or if it was another one. I'll have to look up my notes here in a second.
Hmm?
But there's a random conversation that's being had where everybody's talking super fast, but then it
Mm-hmm.
hangs on to somebody, and you can literally see how time just re-looped itself for a second because they were like, we need to make this conversation go on a little bit longer.
Oh, it was in
I
the
think it was this
Metaforce.
episode.
No, it was in the Metaforce Within. The
Was
fourth.
it?
Yeah,
The last
because
one.
I literally have a note that says I had so many freaking vibes of watching Speed Racer, where they were either
Oh, like-
speeding
Yeah.
through
It-
dialogue
yeah.
or they were
Yeah.
like,
Basically a line a second, a line a second.
How
It just-
fast can you say it? Because your
Yeah.
character's on screen and you got to get this sentence out.
like, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I was like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and how fast they say the line and then stand there for a pause.
Yep.
That pause was never necessary.
The pause
Nope.
also probably doesn't make sense because I'm betting anything that was something that they ended up doing as like a, adding it in post. That way they could do something for a dubism.
Probably it's just so that they can match a runtime.
Timings.
Yeah.
There's timing signatures they're trying to hit, and sometimes that means kind of messing with it a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did
I
you
will
guys
say
like
for
this episode?
I did. It was nice seeing Totalizer and Sloane get to be Space Metafighter X because, heaven forbid, Henry do his damn job.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we go into the specific as to why that's the case,
Okay,
did you guys like notice how they were cycling through all the different kids with each episode beforehand?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed,
nice.
but then I'm like, they aren't gonna do it. They're not really gonna put in the weakest character of all.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
then
they
they
did.
do.
Yep.
They do. Next episode.
I think it's Sweet
Yep.
and Sour is where
Yeah.
he gets
Oh, man.
he gets a
Sour.
chance.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot what their name is.
Who?
Hi Puffy Amayumi.
No. Samantha's
Swedish.
crew.
Oh, the Screws.
Screws. Yeah.
The Screws.
Which I thought was funny because at one point, somebody goes like, "I think you're a screw loose," and I'm like, "That sounds like that was them making a pun," but I don't know. It sounded really cohesive with what's going on here.
With the vibe
Yeah,
of the show.
that could have been a pun purely based on, well, you know.
Yeah.
Right. But hang on. I wanted to check out some of these lines real quick. Ow! Oh, when the Amigo brothers ended up going into the city and they're being accosted by these random Yakuza types, I'm like, that can't
Yep,
be Yakuza.
trying to-
Hey, it's my twin brother. All of a sudden, this third guy comes out. I'm like, oh, this is a shakedown.
Yep, it's just a
Right.
shakedown for money.
One of the other things that it says, like, man, I'd like to process her. What the fuck do you even mean by that?
I did note that
Oh.
literally this episode is the first episode where their opponents did not try to manipulate, kidnap, or do any other random shit to try to cheat to win the row battle. Stuff.
Yeah,
First episode where
they literally just straight fought. Like, this was an actual fight. It was just them
Yeah.
having to win.
Yeah, I was like,
It was a really well written episode. I will give it that. On top of that, it also gives us lore that to start us off with to go into the next episode.
Or, like, Samantha's clearly from a pretty affluent family. Her mother has money but works all the time, probably a single parent.
and does so much goddamn shit, but is never on camera.
All right, we're not talking about Florida parents. We're talking about anime parents.
Well, it's the
but-
90s, so she'd be a latchkey kid? Turnkey kid? If she has
Yeah,
a
Latchkey.
servant. So she's
Latchkey
like...
kid.
She's like upper middle, because Karen is truly upper class and rich. Samantha would be upper middle, because they literally have a nanny who takes care of Samantha.
No. Okay. Samantha is Silver Spoon.
Yep.
Karen is for lack of a better rare mineral, I'm gonna go with uranium because there
Not
is
true. Yeah, no, she's essentially Elon Musk at like 10 years old.
Wow.
It's
The
the
amount of
truth.
money she spends just by making a phone call is like billionaire status. Like,
All right,
for her
wouldn't
to have
say-
access
Compare
to
her
it.
to
I
Elon
wouldn't say
because at least
Elon,
she
I'd
doesn't
say
do
Jeff
anything
Bezos.
horrible.
What's that?
All right, you can't compare her to Elon because at least she doesn't do things for a horrible nature.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I
Jeff
just mean the
Bezos or
sheer
Bill Gates.
volume of money. Like, she's Jeff Bezos after making Amazon, but,
I
you
didn't
know,
like
8
that
years old.
comparison, sir. I want you to make a better one.
She's
Okay,
Bill Gates levels of
Bill
rich.
Gates levels of
There you
rich.
Now
He's a
pretend
less
he has AIDS. No, I'm kidding.
problematic.
Wow.
He's a less problematic individual.
I was gonna say it's
South
probably
Park.
more like Magic Johnson. Anyways.
No, she's Shaq levels of rich. I highly doubt that man will ever go broke.
Is Shaq rich? I don't know. He has like a couple million,
Dude.
I guess, but I have to go look that up. Ooh, Reese Witherspoon. There you go. Dang.
Oh yeah, Reese. But Reese is
Witherspoon.
Reese is a
Her net
conniving
worth is insane.
rich person. Yeah,
Most rich
because she's
people
freaking
are.
conniving.
She's only 49.
We're not going
Huh,
to get into
thought she was
that
older.
because
Yeah,
I don't want to.
We're not going
I don't
down
know.
that rabbit hole. We're not going down that rabbit hole of how rich people stay super rich.
Anyway, Swede and Sour.
Yeah.
Did you know that Sweden has
You didn't
idols?
like this
Because I
episode?
didn't.
Oh my gosh.
I
yeah.
honestly, well, you've got the
Well-
Swedish Chef, which I was really surprised that they really went down that route.
Oh, they
trying to
they
make some
leaned
of their
in
characters sound like it.
hard.
Yeah, yeah.
they
they
really
did.
they gave them like horrendous Swedish accents. Oh
Yes.
boy.
I literally noticed that the voice actor for one of them did not know how to do a Swedish accent for like 10 seconds and was doing a southern accent for like certain words because they
Yeah.
thought it sounded Swedish. I was like, wait a second, that's a southern accent.
Oh,
Not
they're
a
Canadian. They
Swedish.
probably don't go beyond the border very often.
Oh yeah.
If I was in Canada, I wouldn't go past the border anymore.
Topical.
Mm.
Anyways,
Aw, just like
so
hemorrhoid cream.
also topical. Anyways, so this episode was really interesting. I like this one. I didn't have any issues with it. I
Really?
thought, all right. So the one thing that I wanted to point out,
Mm-hmm.
the whole idea behind this episode, or the premise behind it, is that the main guys, Icky and Koji, are still left to fight on their own. They have to find some random
Yep.
meta fighter,
Because Henry can't be
and
bothered to work.
Hmm.
well, that yeah, that too. But there's other stuff there. And the only person to sub in for Phantom Renegade, aka Space Meta Fighter,
Only
is
member
Spike.
left of the screws
Yes,
Yep. The
is
only one left.
Spike.
the worst fucking trainer. I'm gonna say because I can't say anything else. He's the
Medabot
worst
fighter.
trainer. No, we're gonna say trainer.
Okay.
Because he's no fighter. He's the worst.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. So, but then they all get bamboozled by the idea of really cute teenage idols
So
who are
All I-
also their next arena fight.
yeah, they get completely like googly eyed and oh they're so pretty and then literally just don't fight. They just stand there during the fight doing nothing.
No, I'm
Absolutely
just gonna.
nothing.
I
Mhm.
have something I want to say, but at the very close to the end of the episode, I was literally asking, "Where is Chris Hansen?"
There was an episode. I don't remember if it was this one, but there's an episode in this batch where I say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
literally was like,
Well,
"Where's
okay.
Chris Hansen?" Because those
It
are
is
grown
very
ass men.
confusing because the episode with the Frenchman establishes that apparently, as a human in their world, you can just become another person
Shapeshift.
with voice and physical size being meaningless. I can go from Shaquille O'Neal sized to 4 feet tall. And just, it's totally fine. It's perfect disguise. Change your voice, everything, and then go immediately back to being who you were originally. So they've established that as how their world works. We're not going to talk about whether that makes any sense. And then they reuse it in this episode in a creepy way.
Y-
Oh yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
but
Very
it had
creepy
some
way.
really good one-liners. I'll give you that.
What were your favorites?
My absolute favorite one is whoa, it's a talking hedge.
The
That's
reveal
when
of
we
the
see
rubber
this
robo.
giant guy who's well, before you find out he's a rubber robo, he's just this guy who's helping out the Stockholm Fire. By the way,
Oh,
Stockholm
God.
Fire is the
Stockholm
name
Fire,
of these
which
Swedes.
that's a weird name
Even
for an
as a
idol group.
child, even
I
as
don't
a
care. It's an
child,
awesome name.
even as a child, I already heard of Stockholm Syndrome. So hearing Stockholm Fire, I'm automatically thinking, do they hold people hostage?
Well, it's funny that you say that. but-
Oh, well, actually, maybe.
Also, this is the episode that I was mentioning where I saw the weird animation edit. Was when Koji was talking at the beginning of the episode, and then he stops for a second, and then you can actually see them like resplice the footage back in, so it could have him say another thing real quick. It was really weird. Oh, okay. So Icky and Koji, and I think it's Sloan, are the ones who are really all about the googly eyes and whatnot.
It's
But it
just
was-
Icky and Koji.
No,
Yeah,
there's
no,
one other
Icky,
there.
Koji, and Sloan. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Icky, Koji, and Sloan.
All three of
And
them.
that was horrible. That was horrible.
Well,
Oh,
I have questions.
Hmm.
go right ahead.
Spike is apparently obsessed, but he's not obsessed enough to want to go with them.
So it's like Spike doesn't get all
I-
googly, but he still likes them because he owns 3 copies, which they point out is the you overbuying to the point where you're a huge fan.
Right.
But Spike also doesn't he doesn't legitimately think that they like him, which apparently Sloane,
He
Koji,
teaches a
and
college
Icky all
course.
think that Stockholm Fire actually like them for real.
Mhm.
Oh, and that one dude from Spain thought that the girl from Stockholm Fire liked him, and then she just
Okay,
laughs in his
that's
face.
it. That okay. That's the one where Paul, where you mentioned the Chris Hansen thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I wrote it down for.
Okay,
I'm
but
like,
you don't
good
know how old
lord,
that
that
guy was.
is.
That dude could have been in college. They don't tell you how old he was, and
No,
he's
I'm not
taller than
talking
them.
about him. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about them and how they were treating Icky and shit. Literally, that is some catch a predator shit. It's literally 3 grown ass men catfishing children.
You know what? You're right. I somehow I glazed over that and was only focusing on the other guy.
It was 3 grown ass men because when they pop the disguise, they
forgot
literally
about that.
have 5 o'clock shadow on their face.
Oh yeah, and they're
And
all
I think
like super
one of
tall.
them had a beard.
Yeah.
And I literally went, "Oh my god, this is Catch a Predator. Where is Chris Hansen? Like, I hope he's not getting raped by the booty warrior. But come on, this is, please, please, please."
And I'm gonna
There's,
make a note to edit out that word.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways,
sorry,
Uh,
sorry.
but anyways,
Me?
yeah, it's a little morbid. But it's played to good effect. There are some other interesting things in here. One is, since when do thinkers have to sing or dance? I thought that was a great line.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Medabots saying how he needs to get back to the Medabots weightlifting club.
Yeah. Oh, that was a
Yes.
weird one. He drops that.
It was very
He's like
weird.
Medabot weightlifting. I was like, wait, you're in the what now?
Yeah, it's between him, Icky, and Erika that have the
Yeah.
most lines when it comes to the dumbest shit
So
possible.
weird.
Then the
off the
fucking
wall
goose.
stuff. Hmm?
Do you remember the goose?
Yes, and Karen saying it's a good luck symbol from Icelandic. And I'm like,
all the kids are trying to like make their own different
The girls.
things so they could be their own Japan idol group.
Oh, and they bring in Miss Caviar. Solid.
Who still wants Mr. Tuna Head?
Oh, 100%. She got it bad.
Yeah.
All I thought was she
And-
was Velma with confidence. That's all I was thinking. She is Velma with confidence.
Absolutely.
And a job.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Velma
true.
has a job.
Oh,
Velma is
well,
actually the only one
depends
who
on the
actually gets
iteration.
work
She doesn't
afterwards.
always have a job. Sometimes she does.
Oh, speaking of the reveal, I wrote down here, that Rubber Robo reveal was kind of cool, where you see that it's just the chicks being Rubber Robo chicks. But then I wrote down, what the fuck, second reveal? I was not expecting that. Also, Phantom Renegade shows up again at the very end of the match, right? And for some reason, he's talking to himself. Again, not to anybody else. No one's is in his vicinity. And he just puts on his Phantom Renegade voice. Now, I'm going to point it out again later, but either the next I think it's the next episode, where Space Metafighter shows up and they're challenging him. And he uses a completely different voice for Space Metafighter. It's just,
I was
he's
gonna
using
bring up
just
something
different
about that later.
inflections.
I brought something up it popped into my head during the 4th episode we're watching today, Metaforce Within, that I brought up, but I'll save that for later on. But
Alright.
no, what? I'll
So
just
then-
say it now. I think
Motherfucker.
Henry. What? I think Henry has.
You take like
split
5 minutes to say
personalities.
that you're going to say something later, and then you're like, no, never mind, I'll say it now. Motherfucker.
I think Henry has split personalities, and each one is each character, but
That's
they
too
know
convenient.
of each one. But they know
No,
of each
that's
one.
too convenient. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
Then why does he have a distinct voice and a distinct thought pattern for each one?
Because he's fucking stupid.
No, I think he's fucking crazy and shouldn't be around children.
I don't think any of the adults in this universe should be around children.
Oh, and I think Dr. Aki is basically Rick without a drinking problem.
Okay, you say with confidence.
Sorry, without a substance abuse problem.
Again, you're saying without,
His substance
with
abuse
confidence.
is what, tapioca pudding?
They don't tell you what he puts in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. Anyways, yeah, I went there. The last thing I want to say about this episode is that you see Victor, he's from Kenya, right?
Yeah.
You see Victor, he's tall and he's talking, except the way he talks is very robotic. I don't know if you noticed that. It's almost as stoic sounding as Vin Diesel in any role ever.
I'm pretty
He is
sure
Groot.
it was a dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a dude who thought being stoic and tough would get him more roles.
Maybe, but it's also I don't know. I don't know if it's just something that they're doing for the plot or if it's something having like based off of just a random choice. It's super robotic.
I also think it's super stereotypical of them thinking that all African people are very
No, I you can't say that.
my next thing for the next episode, first thing is, why is every fucking nation is the damn stereotype for that nation?
Because it's a kid show, and that's called shorthand.
I mean,
they are the racist stereotypes for every freaking nation.
I'm gonna link in our maybe in something, I don't know where, but I'm gonna link to a MTV parody thing where we can share our differences, and I'm not gonna say what it's about. I'm just gonna link it somewhere. Someone will catch on and be like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. I do think
It's an MTV parody thing, and I will show you guys later.
Okay. All right.
It's awful. But anyways, so what's this episode about, Will?
Let's see. We had the Idols from Sweden, a country known for its idol culture. Next episode is called Futures Past. Has nothing to do with the X-Men.
Let me put you on pause there for a second. Did you notice with these few episodes, before we get to the last one, they actually changed the clips that they used for the intro?
Yes.
Yeah, they started showing more of what
minor opening changes happened in 44 is when I noticed. The one we just talked about.
Yeah.
That was when I first saw it. I don't know if it happened before that, but
I was looking through my notes and I skipped to 46 and I saw, it came back to the original intro clips. That's weird. Anyways, yeah, go on.
Futures Past has nothing to do with the X-Men or Marvel or American anything. Sorta. They do show the American team in this episode, and to get across the point that they're American, they make them belligerent, and they lean into Native American culture.
What's the name of the American leader?
I forget what his
Joey.
Swahi.
It's Sway something or other. I don't. It was
Sway.
like the most Japanese American name I could ever see.
It was a weird name. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what country it's supposed to come from. America is a bunch of countries jammed together, but Phantom Renegade is having a bit of an issue in this one. He's also being really stupid.
Oh, where he's on the phone?
And then he yells out who he is, and then he almost gets captured by the police and has to run away.
I love the Clark Kent reference in there.
Oh yeah.
If only he had a cell phone or some sort of way to make a call, but it was the 90s. He had to struggle.
I was like, man, this show is really dated when you see all these fucking...
That entire scene doesn't even make sense in modern terms. There's 1,000 ways for free that he could call anyone.
Yep.
And there's just 101 different messaging options where you just sit at a computer for free. And so it's like that entire scene makes no sense. But anywho, we've got Victor being arrogant and bored, which is like his major character traits are I'm good, I'm bored. And then that's it every single...
I'm a champion.
Yeah, well, he doesn't say it, but he infers it.
No, he actually says, I am a champion.
He does say that, actually. Which is also technically just a statement of fact. He literally is the returning champion. Like, he won.
It's the way that he said it. I'm a champion.
You really think that, like, the big reveal is going to be him ripping off a mask and it's actually that Medabot at the end?
It would be fucking great if it was. Come on, you can't fault me for
look,
that.
we had 2 whole episodes of people severely morphing their bodies in perfect ways.
Exactly. Yes, make the Medabot do it this time. It's just like
man.
the fucking Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah, it was a Medabot the whole time. The whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that.
The whole time.
It was just 3 Medabots in a trench coat. Who knew? But
Vincent, adult man, except Vincent, Medabot man.
Yeah, pretty much. Anywho, that is like the entirety of my notes for this episode, because the next episode actually has stuff happen. But
I wrote down this episode was a snooze.
Yeah, this episode. It's just sort of there. Like the next episode is the one where everything happens. Because the next episode, they talk about the 10 Days of Darkness, which is just plot hole that we'll get to. And blah, blah. The point is, this episode, they introduce the Americans. They introduce Egypt. Egypt is the one thing that like anime will only ever go to, which is Egypt. Mummies, pyramids, a lady with black straight hair. Yeah, and then
Do
that's
you
the
remember one
entirety
of
of
their
it.
names?
I forget her name. They said it a few times.
Cleobot and
So her
Mummybots
name
or
is
something.
No,
Patra.
her name is
Oh yeah,
Patra.
and
Yeah, but it is
Yeah.
Cleobot, and the Medabot names always sound like a marketing gimmick, but they're also literally robots marketed to children. So in universe, it makes sense for their names to be pretty stupid because they're supposed to
Well,
be product titles.
all right. I'm gonna tell you a line that I wrote down, and you can tell me if it was person or Medabot.
Oh.
What kind of name is Wiggles von Rutabaga?
That
that was Metabee.
was Metabee.
That was Metabee who said that.
That was Metabee that said that.
But was that is he referring to a human or is he referring to a Medabot?
He was referring to a human.
Yeah.
There you go. Points to Paul, except the only point you have is I haven't booted you. Anyways,
Aw, so loving and tender.
damn right. We get this really touching scene in this one, I think, don't we?
Which one?
Or was
No.
it in the last one?
Next one.
No, I'm talking about where the Screws they all meta fighter each other.
Oh,
I think it was the last one,
that
right?
was in the last one. Yeah, when
Okay.
Samantha.
Let's go back to the last one real quick because,
Sloane,
like I said, this one's
and-
kind of boring.
I
Yeah,
have
they
multiple things I
all
want to say about this next
dress up as Space Meta Fighter
They do.
X, and they all like are trying to cheer Spike on
Yep.
and give him a lecture.
one.
And as they're doing it in the different poses that he
Oh,
does.
yeah.
The
I
Space
literally,
Meta Fighter
It's just so
pose.
fucking
wrote down
funny.
this. I literally wrote down in this, like, I don't know which one came first, this or DBZ, but someone stole the Ginyu Forces poses for Space Meta
I mean,
Fighter X.
the
It was definitely DBZ.
Technically-
That's also Sentai.
yeah, that's just Sentai. That's not. It's not like an original. They're just doing Sentai. Like that's the whole gimmick. They're just making fun of it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
You
the
know that
return
if you were a
Kumbas.
pure Power Rangers fan,
Ooh,
I'm
calling
not.
you out.
I'm a Tommy Oliver fan.
that's why you're the worst.
Is that the "you're what's wrong with the fandom"? Was that the sigh that I just heard?
Yeah, it was.
God, you are such a.
This is why you're not going to be part of Toko for 2. But anyways,
Wow, Toko
Oh,
for 2, not for you. Is that where we're going with this?
oh my god, I could specifically cater episodes to him. It's just us bitching about him.
God, you are a terrible, terrible fan.
All right, Paul, reel us in. Last episode, Metaphors Within.
What? No, I have some comments about Metaphors Past.
Motherfucker, I want to get back to Expedition 33.
Give me a second. I want to go over the fact that they brought up so many damn... that Henry has so many damn backstories, yet...
You mean
has
Hikaru
never-
and his nickname Henry?
I
Yeah.
wrote down Le Shock.
And then...
What?
that was the episode that gave me the strongest Speed Racer vibes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that it was literally... that... The Egypt
You mean the
teams-
opposite of what you're doing right now.
The Egypt team's Medabots made no damn sense to me because
What do you mean?
why do you have Medabots that literally need to fight with a partner Medabot and that is literally their special?
Oh, because that's
Paul, I have the answer for you.
Oh,
You ready?
boy.
You ready?
Oh, fuck it.
They're Mavs.
Oh,
Okay, I'm just gonna go on to the next episode. Alright.
Gee, Clucks.
Alright. I was hurt so hard. Okay.
Were you hurt as bad as Will when she kept saying Kira Kira?
oh, she repeated herself.
Mm.
She said Kita Kita Sparkles in the newest episode.
That
She said both.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I guess we're just going to do both then.
So I guess that means you're no longer going to be annoyed
I
by
mean,
it.
I
I'll
said
be
my
honest,
piece.
I
I
just
thought it
stopped
was
caring.
dumb. It's a personal opinion. I thought it was stupid. It's like we're going to purposely not translate a, I assume, slang term in Japanese. What, for the 5 people watching the American dub of this show who are going to happen to know Japanese, happen to know that's what
Well, I
she
think-
means? Like,
I think it sounds better in terms of a dub saying it that way, because why would they say, "Oh, look, the god sparkles"?
they're not gods. It just means sparkly. It's just because it looks like a kaleidoscope.
Right, but people are also going to interpret it as saying, "Oh, Kira means killer or god."
Yeah, well, that's because anime fans are stupid. But I mean, it's a Google
Yes,
search, guys. Come on. 5 seconds, and I was
I
like,
know,
that's what
but
that means.
that's probably what they were trying to avoid.
Eh,
Mhm.
it just,
All right.
yeah.
So, yeah. Metaphors
Oh, fuck me
within.
then. Okay.
Oh. All right. Metaphors within. It is one of the most interesting episodes
It
for
really
this
was.
for this one. I have literally 2 pages of notes about it.
Damn. All
Um,
went in.
oh, it's just little anecdotes that I thought of during the episode.
Fair.
Um, First was the flashback at the very beginning was very unique. They show a flashback that literally no, that was so open that you don't know if he's and is that you don't know if Henry is an issue or if he was the one who instigated it,
So,
and shows Medaby there
yeah, because it's a
or a
KBT type.
bot
And
that looks.
no, it was Medaby. It was literally him. They point out that he named Medaby, one, and two, he
Yeah.
gave it to Icky. It mysteriously appeared in the back room. It was lying around. It's Henry's 8-year-old Medabot. He's just been sitting on the armor and not using it because it's old.
Yeah. And then they bring up. Then it also is the first time Icky actually has a brain cell and realizes that Henry was Hikaru
Yeah,
and went
Oh,
hunting
you
for
mean
him.
when he has the sudden realization? Henry has to know something
Yeah.
about this,
Yeah.
and he storms
yeah.
off.
Okay, so I know this is anime, and I know this is a trope in anime, but can we just get this out of the way real quick? There were 10 days of robots riding on planet Earth, destroying things, and no one talked about it, and there were no lasting repercussions, and there is no information on it. Are you fucking kidding me? The entire
Yeah, and
planet,
how long ago was
human
this?
civilization was nearly annihilated over 10 days, which is a long time, by the way. All of that time, there's no evidence, no lasting repercussions, no nothing. And these kids have literally not even heard of it because no one talks about it. The fuck are you talking about?
I
The
mean,
whole planet
you know what the logic is behind that?
that the
You
Medabot
want to know what it is?
Federation literally runs the entire world.
That, and in order to make sure that it doesn't cross anyone's mind, a la the first Nightmare on Elm Street,
What?
they just forget it even exists. You don't know who it is because they don't exist. You don't
No,
know
because
the thing happened because it didn't
That's because
exist.
they lie
so
to the
many people
police.
freaking remember it happened.
Yeah, that too.
So many people
Every
remember
one of
it
the adults
happened.
knows that it happens. They all knew it was there. If he had any relatives, they would have
I'm
known.
just saying they're lying to the
Yep.
kids.
The entire planet is in a concerted effort not talking about that time when all of humanity nearly fell apart for a week and a half.
I'm
I
just
honestly,
assuming
I
that the
don't think it was.
Medabots world is not full of war.
Yep. Which is even more reason they would talk about it. Remember that time we all almost died?
No, they just have a pint and laugh about it. You know, later on, and go like,
At
"Yeah,
the
let's all have a
Winchester?
pint down over at the old Winchester."
Okay, in my opinion, I honestly think it was just confined to that arena, and only metafighters actually gave a shit about what
Yeah,
happened.
no.
Like
The
it
way
was
that they
literally
talk
a
about
riot
it,
in
they
the
say the entire world was plunged into darkness for 10 days, and I'm like, okay, hold on.
I mean, why would they go after Henry that voraciously?
That too.
When
They
Because he's
blame
a
him for
fucking
the
thief.
entirety of all Medabots nearly murdering everyone on the planet, and yet they put about as much effort into capturing him as what I put into going to another country. Like I think about it and I go, "Oh, that'd be neat," and then I go, "It sounds like a lot of effort," and then I don't do it. You, like that's the level of effort they're putting into capturing the one man they all blame for the planet almost dying. Come on, guys.
Speaking of effort, side insert
Uh,
here. Do you remember when watching all the different battles this week?
Huh?
How they were introducing Team Japan?
uh,
Each one they ended up doing like that little graphical insert that shows Icky with
oh yeah,
Medaby,
and then
Koji.
Oh,
and they
yeah,
show
um,
actual Space
Space
Metafighter X,
Metafy.
and then whichever Metabot
Yes,
is in that
every single
episode.
time.
Yep.
No, they
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's just like, come on. What are the rules?
I put in
Yeah.
here like a while back during Space Ballerina. I was like,
Oh,
Space Meta Ballerina. The Robot League needs some identification. standards because they have none.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
show up. Oh, that's your name? I don't care if your ID says something else. You told me that's your name. I'm putting it down on the
Is this
paperwork.
a picture of a
Here's a
man
masked
with
fighter.
long black hair who looks like he's in his 20s?
Yeah.
Sure, short, tiny elementary school child. I will let you in.
Short, tiny elementary school
Oh,
girl.
that's the great one. Yeah.
I was done.
Huh, looks
I'm
like your
done.
hair
I was
changed.
done.
That's weird. Good thing we don't pay attention to anything else. Have fun at your match.
Hey, Space Meta Fighter, you put on some extra pounds? Hey, why don't you go and have a salad?
Oh, I
That's
also
rude.
have this one other note. Why is it
All the jokes that they make about
I
him.
know.
Fuck off, man.
Why? I honestly think that there are more beetle medals out there than any other thing.
Yep. Oh, what do we?
Any other freaking
I mean,
medal.
are we gonna go there that fast? Are we gonna talk about some other things? Because we get something revealed in this episode that they never talked about until this episode.
So before we do that, I wanted to backtrack one last time. So when you see Victor talking and all his stoicism, he's talking to this woman who you don't see her face, but you can
She's a
hear her
fucking
voice.
rubber
Oh, she's
Robo.
clearly the chick from
I
the
was
Rubber
gonna
Robo
say,
gang. That's
it's
clearly who
clear-
she is. That's
Yeah,
exactly who that
it's
is.
clearly
What's
her.
her name? Which was it?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
either. It was Fish something. It's not Fish Lips.
They're all
No, it's
fish
not
something.
fish lips.
It's not Fish
No.
Lips. It's not Shrimp Lips. Not. Yeah, I don't remember. Dang. I forget what fish thing she
Let's
is, but
see.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Point is, we all know it's the chick from the Rubber Robo gang, and that the Rubber Robo gang are the reason that the tournament added a new rule involving the consolidation of medals.
Giving away the rare medals.
Because they
yeah.
want to, whoever wins, they want to take that person's medals away because they'll have theoretically the most medals consolidated.
Oh, okay. So that brings up my next point on this one then. So one of the things I wrote down is that Joe, the American, Joe Swahey.
Oh yeah, that was his name. That's a odd name. Oh,
Yeah, I thought they were saying Joe Sway or Josue.
did you guys?
Oh,
But then they showed it,
it's
and I'm
Gil
like,
Girl.
what the fuck, Joe
Skill
Swahey?
Girl. There we go. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, her
it's
name
it's
is
Skill
Gil
Girl. That's clearly her. Oh, real
Okay.
quick, this is totally
Yeah.
off topic. Did you guys see the Wu-Tang Clan reference in this episode?
yes.
Yeah, that was really
God,
wild.
why? I don't know why it was there, but it was on screen for so long.
I think
Yeah.
it was just
Someone
'cause they
just
were at their
really
prime
likes
back then.
Wu-Tang Clan, and they were like, I work at an anime studio.
not?
I'm just going to throw their symbol on a teacup for no fucking reason and
Yeah.
not comment on it.
It's just so wild what they just
6
randomly
minutes
get away
into
with,
the
and-
episode, just that's clearly the Wu-Tang Clan symbol on that green tea, like, teacup. At least we know what Dr.
So-
Aki listens to.
One of the things that happened in the last episode is that it's supposed to be Spike, Icky, and Koji fighting Team Egypt.
Yes.
And the problem is, Spike, obviously, shitty
Sucks.
fighter. So he's not really getting anything done with Crosser Dog, which they say Crosser Dog.
Well, that's because
thankfully.
that's what it is at this
Um,
point. This is post-Crosser
Yeah,
Dog.
at that point.
Yeah. So Koji, in all his might and glory, is a pompous little
Yep.
shithead, and it shows while he's fighting. So unfortunately, he gets a very stern talking to from the opposing team, saying, "You know who really sucks in this? You do."
Yeah.
Literally, all the
And he took
training
it to
He did.
heart.
all the training he did, he has not learned a damn thing. That is literally it. I put that
That's
in
why
my
the-
notes. Like, Koji trained so hard, but he did not learn a goddamn thing in training. He didn't.
So I like the fact that we got continuous continuity, which Will was praising over
Oh,
and over.
It
in
was
our Discord.
it was wild watching 4 episodes that actually, 1, tie together, and 2, move forward without any confusing
Right.
backward motion.
Honestly, it's nice
So,
watching
we got
episodes
that.
with the right titles on them.
Oh, that too. That's been wild. I just keep
And-
hitting play.
I know.
And then we also got Koji swinging his sword at a tidal wave.
Oh yeah, he's doing the
I mean, sorry,
he's
just the
doing
wave.
the
Yeah.
I'm a swordsman on the coast of Japan and I'm filled with inner turmoil. I must go swing my sword for some inner
I
reflection. Very
I
samurai
literally
movie.
wrote
Mhm.
what was the point of Koji being in this episode at all? Him training himself has nothing
There's
to
probably
do.
going to be some good follow up for it after this one, but I think it was also mainly for the gag with Karen.
Also, I did put in Karen is so sweet for trying to help Koji.
Wasn't that
She
adorable?
is super precious.
It
She
really
is
And they all
was.
saw
precious.
through it. None of them were
Yep.
fooled. She dressed up, and they're like, "She dressed up, but we all know who you are, Karen." And she's like, "No, I am not Karen. I am Gil Girl."
Oh, and
Or
also
It's
that's
because
the
they were
safest
trying to
middle
do the
thing.
meta
Guffy.
fighter
She
thing.
was Guffy. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that was the safest metal to put inside
Oh
Meta
yeah,
Emperor.
she stuck.
Robo Emperor.
She
Robo
filled Robo
Emperor, sorry.
Emperor with Nutrinurse, which is why it didn't do anything. It just
Nutrinurse is
sat there,
better.
didn't even shoot at him, because Nutrinurse has no idea what to do with that body. Oh, that's great.
But just to piggyback one last time to the past, Karen, when she finds out that Icky has a crush on the Swedish
Oh
girls,
yeah.
she teases him for it, and I'm like, oh man, you got friend zoned hard.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Karen
yeah.
doesn't care. Like they point that out. She doesn't.
Oh no.
She doesn't want Koji or
I
Icky.
know,
She doesn't give a
but
shit.
he's not gonna get anything.
Oh, Erika was
Yeah.
Oh,
pissed.
Rika always gets.
Erika
Well,
was
Rika always gets
pissed.
mad.
Oh,
She
yeah,
gets
yeah,
jealous
yeah, yeah.
every time
Rika
Icky
was
looks at
Well,
another
no.
girl.
Okay, so I know I said before that I thought it was just like a friendship thing about, hey, you're
Yeah,
taking
you
my
did bring
friend
that
away.
up.
I don't
No,
think that
no,
anymore.
that's not what
No,
that is. This
no.
is her like they're at the cusp of like emotions and feelings about the opposite sex and like, oh, I think I like
Hmm.
people more than just friends because they're like about to finish middle school, get to high school, so they're coming up on teenager. So their brains are like sort of shifting into you can be more than friends, but you don't know what the hell that is. So they're in that like weird area, which is why she just
Yeah.
gets mad inexplicably and then doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't go anywhere because all she knows is that it makes her annoyed and jealous, but she doesn't know why. So yeah, beautiful
Hmm.
little moment of that. Did you guys just also as a side note, did you pay attention to the name of the girl in the American team?
No, they said the names
Her
really
name is J
quickly.
Girl, J Dash Girl.
Oh
They
yeah, I remember
sound
that now.
like a really
I
shitty hip hop trio.
I literally thought that they were making
I
fun of that they chose the characters to make fun of the MTV VJs from back in the day. I
yeah,
literally
I could
thought they
see
were
that.
making fun of the MTV VJs
Or
for a
just like
second.
the
I was like,
idea of that part of pop culture. Yeah, her name's J Girl. Just that's her name.
damn, that
So
that
funny.
that's not good.
Oh, I mean, on that note, also, the three American Medabots are Wigwamo. Uh,
They're all Native Americans.
yeah, they're all
They're
the
all
word
Native American.
wigwam is the name of their model. They're all Native American. A girl specifically with pigtails. Yeah, not great, but I will say that I like their weapon
America.
probably the best. That's one of the most
Hmm.
inventive weapons that they've had. They call it melting fluid, which is probably a really good description rather than just making it like acid. I don't know if they got some sort of direction about not being able to say the word acid, but calling it melting fluid makes more sense because it literally liquefies like when it hits their parts, it just starts eating away at everything, screwing up their armor, messes up the joints. That's a really
When
good
Oh
did this
weapon.
yeah.
air?
Like that's a
Okay.
When
solid
did this
weapon.
episode
So
air? I'm checking right now. I'm checking to see when this episode aired because if it aired in the early '90s, there was a
Mid to late
no,
huge.
90s.
it was early 2000s. It
It
Okay.
was
was
like late 90s.
I think it was
Uh,
actually in 2000 and
There
no,
we go.
2001, and then it took them another year and some
Yep.
change to do
Yep.
the third season.
okay.
Yeah.
No, because I was gonna say if it did, the U.S. was having no. Yeah,
Well,
they would have still hadn't had it on there, and it would have been a big Japanese thing that the Americans are super against having anything to do with drug paraphernalia on affiliated with them because of the huge war on drugs
hmm.
from the early '90s,
I will say, and I don't
early
know
to
if I'm giving
mid
them too much
'90s.
credit, making their weapon that melting fluid as like a slanted reference to the fact that the US, especially in the 80s and the 90s, had huge issues with pollution, acid rain,
Yeah.
smog, poison water all over this country. Like there was huge problems with pollution, which we did really well with. And I could see that as a slanted reference to that, where the American team, what's their weapon? Oh, we could make it, like acid for like polluted water, polluted whatever, just like corruption. It eats away at it. Like, I don't know if I'm giving them too much credit, but that does feel like a thing that would make sense, especially given the time period that this would have been like formulating.
Oh, I will say this: the Team America's special weapon,
Oh, that's
their
bullshit.
special
That's
technique,
total bullshit.
that
I don't
was.
care. Like you can't walk into a sports competition and they're like, well, it doesn't say you can't in the rule book. Yeah, I bet it doesn't say that I can't hit the other team with a Range Rover, but I'm pretty sure they were like, we're not going to have to write that down, right? No, nobody's going to drive a Range Rover into a UFC fight and hit the other guy. We don't have to explicitly tell them not to do that. It is entirely against the spirit of competition. There's no way you would allow that, except that this competition is literally being run by a criminal organization, so they don't give a shit.
Mhm.
But
Remember, the only rule is there are
ex-
no
ex-
rules except
except
give us your
accept all the
medals.
rules
Mhm.
and also give us the medals. But yeah, I love.
Then it's
Yeah,
agreed.
yeah. No, the idea that you could just develop. Oh, we're gonna have him transport constantly, and I'm like, okay, that's just bullshit. There's no way that would be allowed. That would happen once. You'd stop the fight, tell them you don't get to do that, and we're gonna reset your fight to like tomorrow. Everybody reset to 0, and we're passing a rule tonight that you cannot do that because that's bullshit. You're literally teleporting around the field and you can't touch them. Okay, so you win. Because you know how you win? You teleport to 4 feet in the air, let go of the teammate after grabbing them, and you basically teleport back in, and then they touch the ground and they lose, and then you win. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
How
yeah.
is that even fair? You could just
Oh
have
yeah.
two of your guys teleport over, grab the leader of the other team, teleport out, and Donkey Kong win the fight. Like, that's not. That doesn't show that you're better than the other team. That's basically cheating.
And I do have to say this: Arc Beetle, badass looking Medabot. In my opinion,
Oh yeah.
badass looking Medabot.
They made a
And
model
the
kit
damage
of it last year.
percentages, yeah, the damage percentages makes no damn sense.
Hey, look.
No sense
Paul,
at
No, no,
all.
no.
nothing
Those
makes
make as
sense.
much sense as the very first arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! As those numbers
Oh
make.
god,
Because,
you using that as a
oh, yeah.
reference makes.
Yeah,
It
those make
hurts.
that arc in particular was before like there was an actual card game with like actual rules that they could pretend to follow.
Hmm.
So they just make shit up like it's a D&D campaign, and basically it's can you bullshit better than the other person you're fighting, and then you win. That's essentially all that is. It's who can make up the best story and then convince the other person that they're right. And that's how you win in
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh! That and Magic, which is cheating. But uh, that's essentially where we are with the stuff for Metabots, because like it'll yell out the percentages, and basically as long as it's not 0, it'll still move. And then when it hits 0, they'll be like, "Oh no, you can't do that."
oh, I also thought these kids must have anxiety attacks regularly, along with major PTSD from watching their childhood friend get their ass kicked on the regular.
You mean the robots?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
because a lot of them are
No.
their literal best
There's-
yeah, but you
friends.
can repair them.
There's one reason why I'm gonna say no.
Oh, I was
The
thinking this
Seamus
might.
Muckraker episode.
Seamus Muckraker. I'm really disappointed he never
The way
came back.
that Icky falls asleep and doesn't do a damn thing except just snore with bubbles and shit. Yeah, nah, I don't think they have PTSD.
Oh, also, biggest question is how far does Medabee's Metaforce blast go? Because literally, apparently, it just doesn't go across the arena,
Yeah, it does.
and that arena looks like it was like, nope.
What do you mean? When does it not go across the arena? He misses a couple of times, but he misses in this episode because
He-
teleportation bullshit. But
Yeah, if it goes across the arena because Medabee was in the middle of the arena, it would have hit the Americans.
oh, like physically struck the metafighters?
yeah.
Well, yeah, they don't talk
It
about
literally
that.
never goes as far as it's supposed
He
to.
does
I'm like, oh.
in I think in the Swedish episode, he shoots the girls with it, who then become middle-aged men.
Shoots the men.
Uh,
He shoots the men with it. Yes. Yes, he makes it all the way across.
yeah.
But in this episode, literally,
No,
it
wait,
barely
no,
goes
wait,
anywhere.
wait. Are you talking about how the girls got revealed? Because that was Fen Ren.
Oh yeah, he
No,
threw
no,
bombs. He
talking-
did. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, I thought, no, Metabee didn't use the Metaforce in that episode. Yeah, he did.
He
use
did
the
at the
Metaforce
end
in
when
that
they got
episode.
mad.
No,
That's why
Yeah.
I'm sitting here so confused. Like, what the fuck are you rambling on about?
I'm just. it was like literally a distancing, and I was like, holy shit, it does not go that far. and I don't know how he destroyed the bridge when.
I think
But
it's just all context based on the episode given.
yeah,
I really
probably.
don't think that there's any actual parameters to it because they go willy nilly with rules one way or another.
Well,
When it comes to either the actual rules of the meta fight arenas and
so
all that bullshit, how they actually gain points to be
oh yeah, that
part of the
made no
tournament,
sense.
Mm-hmm.
and just
Makes
anything
sense.
in
So
general.
Yeah,
speaking
makes
of
no sense to
rules
me.
of their
Anyway,
world, either of you want to say the thing that happened in this episode that is essentially unprecedented over the course of the entire show so far?
Why it vanished? No.
oh, Similodon using the
Yep.
metaphors.
Apparently you can unlock it. So it is a rare metal thing, but also something you can unlock? Question mark. We don't know because no one knows anything about
Or
the
maybe he actually
Metaforce.
has
He
a rare
could have
metal.
had the rare metal the whole time, or the potential. He had a rare metal with the potential for the Metaforce, but he never unlocked it because it comes from the Metabot's desire, which they also point out is 100% how that works. Like when Metabee and Rokusho use it,
Yeah.
it's their choice. Although with Metabee, he just gets mad. It's and then he like blacks out for a second, shoots a laser. But yeah,
Catchphrase!
which came back in this series of episodes. Uh,
I
yeah,
know,
I
I'm
was,
just
I was
guessing.
wondering if it bothered you. But the Metaforce clearly is the choice, or at least 100% based off of the desire of the bot. Like the fighter is important, but they are basically a Pokemon trainer. They are a trainer. They can advise and help in a fight, but Metabots using like the Metaforce or even unlocking it is entirely up to the Metabot to get there and then do it. Also, is the prominence the Metaforce or just a really broken attack? Because I
I
think
think
it's
it's
just
just a really
broken. I
broken
don't think he
attack, but
has a
maybe
rare metal. I think he just has a really like obnoxiously well-tuned Metabot.
Yeah,
because he was trying to do Shadow Force or Shadow Sword so many times that didn't work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
But
agree.
those are all questions that we can save for when we get to the end of the season, which will be in two
That
more
last episode's going to be
episodes.
short.
Guys,
Hmm.
well, we can make it longer if we're good, Paul.
I'm sorry I went on the tangent, but I had questions.
Motherfucker, this is your last episode with us.
Jesus.
Anyways, um,
No, I'm just gonna
so the next.
crash.
The next four episodes are A Date with Destiny, Calm Before the Storm, Taking the Victor Out of Victory, ooh, and Altered States. I'm going to go with Paul on this one. What do you think A Date with Destiny is going to be about?
Honestly, I think it's Koji getting a date with Karen and Ikki being extremely pissed.
Nah, it can't be that.
Clearly, I'm from the vibes
So
I
what's
got from the last episode. It's clear that Karen has more feelings for Koji than she does Ikki.
so I don't think it's going to be any romantic feeling at all. And Will, I'm going to get to you in just a second here. I don't think it's going to be any romantic feeling at all. I feel like it's going to be an Erika focused episode,
You already read the
and I bet you
synopsis.
no, I haven't.
Hmm.
All I'm looking at is just the list of the episodes, and that's it. So
Okay.
I think it's going to be an Eureka focused episode because all the other kids have already done theirs, and she's the only one who hasn't
She
had
has
one
not
really in a
had
long
anything to
time.
do with, like, to do because she hasn't been involved in the fights, and that's been everything.
Mm.
Right. So I'm betting this one's going to be about her, and it's going to be focused about her finding a new scoop, which may lead to some interesting plot details about the rubber robot.
Oh, you think she'll actually discover it? And, like,
I
oh,
think so.
okay.
Yeah, because even if Eureka does discover it, it won't change anything really. Because she's,
I mean, no, obviously.
yeah, she's a child discovering, posting that the rubber robos are taking over the league. But
Yeah.
oh,
So,
there's actually
Will, what do you
Date
think?
with Destiny.
episodes left.
So I'm going to go 50-50. Since the Americans have been eliminated, Egypt has been eliminated, and both of them were with Henry 8 years ago in the tournament, I think Date with Destiny is going to be a non battle oriented episode where the two of them pair up to go hunt down Henry, and while they're looking, they bump into the main crew who are also looking for Henry because he was missing for that entire episode, showed up at the very end and then almost gets arrested but escapes. Side note, I love his Phantom Renegade laugh. It's my favorite part of that character. Yeah, it's so mocking and just it has this timbre to it. I love mocking laughs like that. They're so good. Anywho, uh,
Hmm.
I think that this episode is going to be story driven and heavily based on like everyone's going to wind up realizing, oh, we're on the same team. We all want like answers out of Henry. You guys have no idea what happened. We experienced it and it was awful. And as far as we're concerned, it's his fault. But he dropped a whole bunch of cryptic shit about how you'll find out the truth one day, blah blah blah. I didn't really do it. He's being very taciturn about actually explaining himself in any meaningful way, and then he ran away at the end. So I think this episode is going to be Henry centric in that everybody's looking for him, and Henry might actually have to sit down and legitimately talk about what happened, what were the 10 days of darkness, why did they happen, what was his role in it, and like what he's been doing for 8 years where he's running around, stealing stuff and investigating rare metals.
All right, that could be it. You know what? You might be right, especially considering that the name of the next one, Calm Before the
Hmm.
Storm, feels like it might be a
Really?
filler episode.
Oh, you mean like a
I feel like it
filler
will be.
before we get to a more serious fight sort of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could say that.
and I'm betting we're gonna get a fight, and it's gonna be between somebody who can manipulate the weather and then fight
Hmm.
Medaby. Because why not?
Okay. What do you think, Paul?
Calm Before the Storm. I think it's gonna be. I honestly think
Anyways,
it's.
moving on to
No,
episode
no.
50.
I
What about
honestly think
49?
Calm Before the Storm is gonna be that basically they find out. Well, they confirm that Space Metafighter X and Phantom Renegade is Henry, and it's literally them trying to find out what they're gonna really do because they don't know if they can actually trust him to continue to be there or if they are going to need to continue to have someone else step in to be it because they know they can't trust Henry because he's not going to be telling them the truth
Hmm.
about what's going on.
I doubt that. I don't know about that. Henry seemed like he was willing to give away some information until he got, accosted by cops.
I don't think Henry will ever willingly give away the information. I think he wanted to do it just to mock them
Hmm.
because that's literally what he does all the time. Even as Space Metafighter X, he either teases you to get the best fight he can out of you or get you to do what he wants you to do,
Mm-hmm.
or he does it just so that you can make a fucking mistake.
Hmm.
And since he was going against him, he was just doing it to get them to come at him more
Yeah.
aggressively while leaving an opening for everyone else to attack.
That's a bold move, Cotton. I hope it
Out of
plays
all the
out.
characters in the show, the one who trusts anybody on the cast the least is Henry. He, in his normal persona, chooses not to reveal that he's Phantom Renegade or Space Metafighter X, which is not a huge lie. But when he is either of those, he very clearly doesn't trust anyone. That's why he created both of those personas to run around doing stuff. He works with Dr. Aki, but very clearly doesn't fully trust him because Dr. Aki legitimately has no idea where he is or how to contact him, or he lied about that. But I don't think he did. I think
I
he
think he lied
genuinely
about that.
doesn't know. Like I think he works with Henry, but it's like Commissioner Gordon working with Batman. Yeah, he works with him, but I mean, come on, man, there are limits. He can't like show up at wherever he is. He has no idea. The best he can do is raise his arm and go, "Could you swing by?" And then hopefully he'll come by. But it's his choice, not that person's choice. So like Phantom Renegade and Space Metafighter X are both Henry putting everyone at arm's length. He clearly doesn't have like a wide social net or anything like that. He, up until the kids, probably wasn't doing a whole lot with normal people. He was running around as a thief and then also was running around as Space Metafighter X just so he could secure a place in the next tournament because that might be useful to him. So he's technically the most mysterious character in the show and the one who seems to trust other people the
Hmm.
least, which is why I
All right.
agree. Calm Before
So
the
that
Storm is
brings.
definitely going to be a filler episode.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody's on the same page with me.
I feel it's going to be a lore
Okay.
episode, but I do think it's
I
going to
am
be.
glad we're getting
You know it's not going to be a
what?
lore episode, though? The
What's
next
that one called?
episode. Taking the
That's such a
victor
great
out of
title.
victory.
I think You think Victor's going to lose this episode and not even make it to the final? So they're going to
Oh
face
yeah.
someone else who isn't Victor, but who was able to defeat him?
Well, yes, but that's only because I'm looking at the future episode
Oh.
titles. So
Well, I mean,
yes.
it's called Taking the Victor Out of Victory, so I assumed it's Victor loses. That's literally what it's in the title.
I'm assuming somebody's gonna stab him
Jesus.
beforehand.
Okay. That's a tad aggressive.
I think
Medabots got
Metabots
dark,
just
y'all.
got real.
Medabots straight out of Compton.
I honestly think that episode Victor's gonna get disqualified
Ooh.
because Eureka's actually gonna reveal to the mass public that the Rubber Robos are behind the entire league and get the tournament thrown out.
So they're just going to toss the entire thing and have to be like, sorry, try back in another 4 years or whatever?
No, they'll just postpone it, but Victor will get kicked out because he's technically working with them and conspiring with them to do it. So
okay.
I think that would be Victor getting disqualified.
So Sean thinks that
And
Victor's going to be stabbed, as in the human being Victor will get knifed by someone potentially totally unrelated to the actual Medabot fight that occurs in that episode. Okay.
Yes.
Paul is going the much more like political thriller intrigue route with the House of Cards built by the Rubber Robos, although this is easily their best plan so far that actually works, is going to fall apart and take Victor with it. I think Victor is going to lose in a more traditional fashion in a fight, but I think for fun they're going to have Victor lose to someone who isn't the main cast. And they're going to have to then fight that person because they've been building Victor up, but now they're going to do the transfer all of that. Oh my God, he's so strong, and even he lost to someone else, like they do in, they're going to WWE it. Yeah, like wrestling, that type of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking JRPG logic. Necron, Final Fantasy 9.
No,
just shows up out of nowhere.
Actually, if I remember right, he's one of the least explained villains in all of Final Fantasy. He literally just shows up, and you're like, "It was me the whole time." Very, but it was me, Dio, sort of situation.
Exactly.
But at least Dio made sense.
So I'm sticking with my idea about Victor because the next one is called Altered States. And I feel whoever ends up stabbing Victor feels great remorse over it, so they take a
God damn, Sean. So Indigo Prophecy is what you're saying. Indigo Prophecy is that this series of episodes turns Medabots into Indigo Prophecy with 10-year-olds.
It turns into No Gun's Life.
God damn.
Oh, man, I need to finish that. I just, after a certain point, I was like, this is weird. I still enjoyed that. I don't think that's happening. I'm glad that's Sean's vote. What do you think's going to happen in the episode called Altered States, Paul? Will it be drug use, murder?
I'm glad
both
Sean
of them?
went off the boat here.
Is someone going to write a tell-all memoir about their time at the Medabot Championships, and the entire episode is just reminiscences?
It's a clip show, and every 2 minutes, I'm a champion. Fuck.
We haven't had one yet. So.
Ooh. Okay. Altered States, honestly, because he hasn't shown up in a while, I think it's going to be Rakusho versus Rakusho fighting off somebody.
Really? So you think it's going to be like a lore episode where Rakusho gets into a fight with someone and they reveal something, or he loses and his medal goes missing, so, something like that?
No, I think it's going to be Rakusho coming in and fucking somebody up and then leaving because he finally remembers everything and is trying to stop.
So Rakusho's on the psychedelics.
No, I just think
really
Rakusho's
pushing those psychedelics.
Fuck up Medabots because he remembers.
Okay. Ooh, wait.
Call it meta
so,
gummies, you know what I'm
do
saying?
You think maybe Medabots will remember who he was? Because all we know is that Ikki got the medal out of the river, and Medabots doesn't remember, because the medals are the storage of everything. They're the Medabots everything. So theoretically, Medabots should have memories from before he was with Ikki, but he has nothing. He doesn't remember anything at all. And Henry stole his medal. He didn't have it. So I think whatever medal was in Medabots' body was Arcbeetle's medal from 8 years ago, because he probably keeps the same one. But Metabee's medal,
Yeah.
none of us have any idea where it came from because episode 1, Phantom Renegade was stealing it. So none of us
Yeah.
know the history. Yeah,
From the
from the
Rubber
Rubber Robos. So
Robos.
none of us know the history of Metabee, including Metabee. So all we know is that his metal is rare. He can generate the Metaforce, which means he's an original metal, one that they found. He's not a metal created in factories like all the others. So he is a true ancient metal, is what I'll call it, of whatever alien race built all this shit before they got there, because of course that's a thing, probably. I don't know. They haven't said aliens, but like,
Yeah.
who the fuck would it be?
Don't
What? Well,
triggerify
okay, but
this.
they've
It is
said that they
always
literally dig them
aliens.
up. So where the fuck did they come from? Was it a pre-human civilization, far more advanced than us, that died? We have zero records of, and then they just occasionally bump into the
They
Medabots.
were
Like,
they were born from the metal and ash from the end of the
I thought you were gonna
Dinosaurs
say the end of
TV show.
Evangelion.
How dare you? How dare you?
So have you guys seen
That
Drakengard?
Dinosaurs TV show is. Oh God.
I don't know. I think
Drakengard's fucked
Altered
up, yo.
States. I like where you guys are going with it. I do think, given how close we're getting to the end, I think that Altered States is going to be a heavy. Like, we're going to get some big ass reveals. Maybe Metabee's history, Rakusho's, maybe both. Maybe they won't remember, but someone will show up who has a lot of answers. Henry, and starts actually talking about this stuff, because at this point we're running out of episodes. They're going to have to either reveal it or just leave it totally unsaid. And the way the show is going, I think they're going to reveal it. I kind of hope they do, because we're running out of like drama. Like, at this point the drama is who will win the tournament, and when will they figure out that it's the Rubber Robos. That's it though. That's the only drama they have. They Are we going to get a reveal on who controls the Rubber Robos? Is that person human? Who knows? What are we going for? What are we doing?
It's Dr.
What's
Rocky.
happening? Because after this, fun fact, after these
It's
4
Dr. Rocky.
episodes, after that, there is literally nothing. There are 2 episodes, and that's it. So after these 4, there are only 2. So we will be really, really, really close to finishing the
And
show.
then starts Spirits.
Hmm?
Then starts Spirits.
Yeah, which is a completely different, like,
where they all get
totally different,
transformation.
like, storyline. It's basically a new episode 1 sort of thing.
First episode, Icky jumps a kid.
Oh,
I ain't lying.
I'm down for
Icky
that.
jumps a kid.
Oh,
First
okay.
episode of Spirits,
Probably
Icky
from
jumps
dealing
a
with
kid in and
Rintaro
out.
Okay,
so
so-
fucking long.
That is one thing I did want to bring up. Rintaro still feels like he wandered onto the set. Like, if this was a TV show, he feels like he walked on.
So did Patra.
No, she works a lot better than Rintaro does. Rintaro legitimately looks and sounds like he walked on from another show, and they're like, he's like a little kid. We keep trying to tell him not to show up, and then all the time that he disappears is him on set at the movie studio filming the show he's actually there for, and then he'll show back up every several episodes because, like, it's a day off for him or something. But they just, like, let him be on set,
He's
which
the
is why he doesn't
producer's
really
kid.
do anything except idolize Henry. That's his entire character. And then, like, Medabots, and that's it.
It's probably due to the fact that I'm going based off of pure assumption without
Okay.
any research. It's probably because he's such a shitty character and people didn't like him, so they wrote him to be such a smaller role.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's
I
just
don't
me.
mind Rintaro. He's just
Anyways.
very, very shonen. I mean, he's got a bright shock of color in his hair. He believes in himself. He's got a fiery spirit. He's not that smart. And just, like, he thinks he's the main character. He's very shonen.
So he's a brave. Got it. You know, from the Brave anime.
From what?
Whatever.
Stop.
Anyways,
Stop. You're torturing people.
you guys have a good night.
Oh, I did want to change mine.
No?
God damn it.
Yeah,
Trying to end this.
after Will's thing, I think actually Altered States. I think Rakusho's going to attack Arcbeetle
Ooh.
and remove Henry's mask in the fight.
And everyone will be
And
surprised that it's Henry.
Mm.
They'll be like, "No way!"
Yeah,
and
that's-
all of the people who've been hanging out with Henry will be like, "No, that makes sense. Yeah, we get that."
yeah, literally, and Dr. Aki's just going to be like, "Oh no, I did it!
Yep.
No!"
There will be a power dynamic change. That's what I'm expecting.
Ah.
Okay.
But on that note, You guys have a good time this evening? Recording and shit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, so I
awesome.
did, but I
It's been
think
awesome.
after talking
It's been
about it
fun.
more, I'm going to change my position too on all 4 episodes. So,
I didn't know if you really were or not because I'm like, Will, we're bordering 2 hours. I sat there waiting to see if
I
you were
was
just
I was
fucking
honestly
with
kind
me.
of sure that you were going to cut me off halfway by booting me out of the chat entirely and just be like, "And that's a great night, folks. Bye."
Nah.
You're not me.
If you had legit gone on a rant or some shit, I would have been like, anyways, y'all, function ceased. Have a good night.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna change the ending
Oh yeah.
tagline for every show that we do.
Ooh.
Yeah, so for the rest of Medabots, it's gonna be like
Mm.
function ceased, y'all.
Very
Oh,
nice.
night.
I like that.
oh, actually, we should do that. Actually, we should do that,
Yeah.
and we should sum up each episode. Who did Medaby beat
Who
for each
who got
episode?
meta?
No, the show already does
You
that.
mean
I don't
who
need
got
that.
beat? Who got meta
Yeah,
beat?
who got beat? And
God damn it. Anyways, good night, y'all.
Good night,
Function
everyone.
ceased.
good night. All that makes me think of is Tron.